I'm now going to create some inventory locations for a warehouse. I'm going to show you how that's done. I'm going to go into my warehouses here, and I've got one that 12801. I'm going to go into the warehouse tab here and go to the location wizard, which is the easiest way as opposed to doing it manually, which I could still do if I needed to. I'm going to go ahead and do next. And now it's giving me the name of the warehouse, and it says what type of locations do I want to do. It's got picking in bulk, but I'm going to go ahead and do an aisle, inbound docks, and I'm going to do all of them here, and outbound docks. I'm going to create all different types of locations. So it asks me the inventory aisles contain locations. It must be defined how many inventory aisles you want to do. So this is going to have an aisle for the docks, for the inbound and outbound. So I'm just going to call that dock. Nothing fancy there. Specify the name of any additional aisles, and I'm going to put 4. And the naming convention here, we want to use the format. I can put an ampersand, which will represent an alpha character, and put in there the number sign for the only one digit, because we only have 4 for the aisles. And as you can see here, it has telling me A1, A2, A3, A4, aisle number 4, and this is the name it has selected. And I'll leave it like it is right now, but I could change this. All I have to do is go in here and maybe I just wanted to use A1. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to go ahead and leave this the way it is. I'm going to go next. It says I want to have some inbound docks, and these are our dock doors, and maybe we have, and I can go in here, and let's say we have 10 inbound docks. I'm going to have a naming here. It's going to be IN underscore pound pound, which is 2 numbers. So we're going to have 10. So if I had less than 10, I could put in just one pound sign. So it's basically put in all the different numbers here, the location IDs. And it's going to ask me the same on my outbound. Maybe on my outbound, I might have 12 docks. And I'm going to use the same naming convention without underscore pound pound for numbers, and it's created 12 docks. And then I'm going to go next to, it's going to say here, these are my picking locations. So I'm going to use picking locations here from number of inventory aisles you want to create locations. I'm going to do this from 1 to 3. How many racks do I want to have? We create picking locations. So it says from 1 to 15. I'm not going to have that many racks. I'm just going to put 1 to 6. And then how many shelves do we want to put on each rack? I'll say 3 shelves is fine. So it's telling me now, do I want to have the standard dimensions of that particular location for picking locations? And we're going to accept the default here at 36 by 42 by 48 inches deep. These are feet, and obviously in inches, and it'd be 3 by 3.5 by 4 feet. Okay, so now as you can see, it's created all these locations for us for the different aisles. Aisle 3, it's got a rack number, and it's got a shelf number in here up to the numbers that we did here. So it's created all these locations for the picking locations. And now we're going to do the same thing for bulk. In this case, I'm just going to do 1 bulk aisle. We'll put that in 4. And we're just going to go in here and put in, we'll have 4 racks. And in this particular case, the number of shelves will just be 2. And I'll go next. And because we're 2, we're going to have higher racks here because we're still going to go and put this at 72 inches because it'll be double the height here. And we'll go ahead then and click next. And now it's created in aisle 4 some more racks for us. More racks, but only 2. We have the 4 racks, but only 2 shelves on each with all the dimensions being the same. Go to next, and it's saying, do we want to create all these locations? We will finish and accept that. So now if I wanted to look at the locations I've created, I can go over here to my inventory breakdown and look at my locations. And as you can see, there they are in the mass location here. I could always create a brand new location in any warehouse by clicking on new and then just filling in the information manually. So that's the creating of inventory locations in a warehouse.